Hi everybody, I've got a really easy recipe for you to use up any leftover Easter chocolate, and it is Easter cereal cakes. So you need 100 grams of chocolate, and I've got chocolate buttons. You need about 80 grams of cereal, so I've got cornflakes. You could use Rice Krispies or you could use shredded wheat, which makes really lovely little nests. You can also use 50 grams of butter and 3 tablespoons of golden syrup. I'm going to show you how to do it all in the microwave. So you want to put your chocolate in the microwave and you want to put it on for 30 seconds and then take it out and stir it. So it's been 30 seconds. Take your chocolate out, give it a stir. It might be a little bit melted, might not be at all. Okay, that needs to go in for another 30 seconds. So I'm going to put it back in for another 30 seconds. It's had its second blast of 30 seconds. Let's have a look. Okay, that's melted quite nicely. You can see some of the bits of chocolate haven't melted, but because this will be warm, it will actually start to melt a bit more. So I don't need to put it back in anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my butter. And I'm just going to put that in the microwave for about 10 or 20 seconds. Okay, so I put my butter back in the microwave for 10 seconds and you can see it's starting to melt really nicely there, so it doesn't need to cook anymore. So I'm going to stir that all together. So I've stirred all my butter in. You can see there's some little bits of butter that you can still see there, but because the chocolate's been heated up in the microwave, it's going to start to melt that butter anyway. So you don't want to cook it too much because burnt chocolate's not very nice. So I'm not going to put that back in the microwave now, that's done. I'm going to keep stirring that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of golden syrup. Okay, I've put the golden syrup in and I'm going to give that a good stir around, and then I'm going to add in my cereal. Okay, so the butter and the golden syrup are all stirred into the chocolate and it looks really lovely. That doesn't need any more melting in the microwave. So what I'm going to do now is add my cereal. So I've got about 80 grams of cornflakes. You could use Rice Krispies, you could use shredded wheat, and they make lovely nests. You could use whatever cereal you want. So I'm going to add my cereal a bit at a time. Don't put it all in one go because otherwise it's really hard to stir it round. So I'm just going to add a bit at a time. I'm going to try about half and then I'm going to stir it in. So that was about half of my cornflakes I've stirred in. There's still quite a bit of chocolate glistening, so I'm going to put in a couple more handfuls. I'm going to stir that round. Okay, that's looking really, really good. So I've used about 80 grams of cornflakes there. That was how much I had left over. So I measured out about 80 grams. I've got about a handful left over. So I could try and get that extra handful in, but I think I'd like it to be quite chocolatey. And don't worry when you're stirring it round if you scrunch up the cereal, because it's nice when it gets all scrunchy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in the paper cases. If you haven't got a paper case, then you could just put it in a tray that you grease with a bit of oil or margarine first. So here they are in their paper cases, and I've managed to make 12. You could make more if you put less in the paper cases, or you could make less than 12 if you had bigger paper cases and shoved more in. So what you want to do is you want to put them in the fridge now for them to set up a bit, and then they'll be really nice. You can also decorate them before you put them in the fridge, and I'm going to put a few mini eggs and marshmallows on top. Okay, they're ready to go in the fridge now, and they are going to be yummy. So all you really need for this recipe is chocolate, a cereal of your choice, and you can add butter and golden syrup and any decoration that you want. If you don't have any butter or golden syrup, you can just do it with chocolate and with cereal, and it will set quite hard, but it still tastes really good. So enjoy them. Bye.